It's Top That Trade Day. Our top players are ready to rumble. Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network news contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the chief market strategist for BullseyeOption.com, here for our Trader Game. Round number one, guys. Fangs bite back. A handful of positive stocks have led 2023, but what fangs do you say are the real deal?
Well, it comes down to, if you believe in America, every stock is bad enough to buy at some point. Nobody wanted Meta last year. Nobody. And that stock's had a huge run. Same thing with Tesla. So it's, again, buy low, sell high. I can't remind people enough about that. It's a lot easier to say than to do. But if you want to look at some of the innovation stocks, you want to look at that ARC Innovation Fund maybe. It's been trading between 30 and 50 per year. That used to be somebody. It was up at 150. Now it's consolidating around the 40 range. I'm an options trader, so I really like this level.
Yeah, Meta is like Lazarus, back from the dead, right? I mean, everybody was running away from the former Facebook like crazy. There were articles about people in the Meta space. I mean, there are so many, nobody there. You could be in there for months and not run into anybody. But they seem to be turning it around, and that's why you want to invest in people you believe in. If you believe in Mark Zuckerberg and his vision, the time to have bought it was when there was blood on the street.
Round number two, Robusta. There's been a shift from Arabica to Robusta coffee demand. Explain what that means for the price of a cup of joe.
It means it's going up, and I think it's already been happening. You know, sometimes there's a disconnect between the cost of coffee futures and what you pay for a cup. But if you look at the inflation factor, which we see continues to be high, we're seeing those prices be driven up everywhere, not only for the cup of coffee, but the cup that it's in, the transportation to get that coffee to your corner grocery store. The straw, even the straw is costing more money. Of course, didn't they ban straws? I thought straws were bad for whales, because whales keep trying to drink the coffee through straws. It's not good for them. You know, they get all wired up.
What's interesting to me, I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker, and I'm a tea addict.
Yeah, you know what? Kind of one of the things, I was looking at some of these coffee stocks. One of the coffee stocks that I think may be coming back right now is actually Nespresso. It's owned by Nestle's chocolate. And it's kind of interesting because Keurig, of course, is their big competitor in the individual cup coffee space. They've made some incredible innovations, and Keurig is kind of scrambling to keep up with the quality of the coffee. And even though Nespresso is more expensive for the average consumer, I think that if they can bring the cost down, that stock may really benefit as they get more market share in the coffee space away from Keurig.
Pricing power, that's what this is all about. And you're seeing a disruption now that Robusta coffee is becoming bigger in demand. In India and Vietnam, they've kind of turned things around with the quality of that coffee. So that could be disruptive because it's cheaper, but now it's just as good as some of the Arabicas, is what they say. I don't know. KDP is the stock you're talking about, 20 to 40 for the last year. It's at that 30 level. So I think it's at a midpoint to maybe take a look at and see if we can scoop up some coffee with that stock.
Round number three, value play. Pick a value stock for a long-term investment.
From a value standpoint, you're looking at more mature companies, not mature traders like us, mature companies. So they are priced based a lot of times on their immediate cash flow. So they also sometimes pay a dividend, but they outperform growth stocks in the big picture, slow and steady. I like Pfizer, and I also like Fifth Third Bank. Again, it's a bank, but it's got a PE of 8, and it's had a big drop. Obviously, got caught in the turmoil. And I think that this 30 level is an important level to keep an eye on. If it can bounce back to that, then it can make one more move. The PE on that is 8.
I don't think anybody would accuse us of being mature. I mean, we're like the old joke, what's the difference between men and bonds, huh? Bonds mature, right? We don't, right? So, but when you talk about value stocks, this is one that I've talked about time and time again on the show, and it's one that I really, really, really like, and I think it's extremely undervalued, and it's PayPal.
Here's your bonus round question for today. We love a Buffett question. Billionaire Warren Buffett bought a home back in the 1950s fees. He paid $31,500. How much is that home worth now? Is it $500,000, $1 million, or $1.2 million?
I'm going to go with $1 million right in the middle, though it might be in the low end because I know it's a very modest home.
Modest. Yes. I'm going to go on the high. I'm going to pick the big number, 1.2.
Oh, Alan is the winner of the week, and Mr. Buffett still lives in that home. Great job, guys. Business First AM will be right back. Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.